Hello, everyone. So today I will be attempting to demonstrate a technique called the empty chair technique. Typically, this is done under the supervision of a licensed therapist. However, it can be a useful tool that practically anyone can use and do by themselves. The empty chair technique is a Gestalt therapy technique that was popular more in the 70s, and it was developed by a psychologist named Fritz Perls. The idea behind the therapy and the technique is to speak freely without any judgment from the other person you may be having the conflict with, hence the empty chair. There's nobody actually in that chair. So you would actually position yourself next to an empty chair or in front of a chair and envision what you want that chair to represent to you. It can represent yourself, a younger version of yourself, a family member, friend, a spouse, anyone that you have a conflict or strong emotions with in your life. You're to speak freely to the empty chair and imagine or even voice out loud what you think that person's responses may be. The technique is meant to help us become more aware of our thoughts, feelings, and sources of conflict in our lives. That way we're better able to address those feelings kind of head on. This technique has been used to treat anxiety, depression, and even physical symptoms such as migraines, back pain, that kind of thing. So I will demonstrate this technique using a fictitious scenario that involves an adult female who was put up for adoption as a baby. She will be, quote, speaking to her biological mother, whom she has never met. Okay, are you ready? So I have my chair. I'm just going to turn the camera. My empty chair is there. So I'm sitting with the chair across from me, and prior to this meeting, I've kind of prepared myself for the things that I want to say and express about this situation in my life. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Again, I am a 28-year-old female that has a family of her own. I was raised in foster care and never met any of my biological family. Mom, I know you don't know me, but I really need to know you. I'm 28 years old, and I don't know where I came from. Why did you give me up? I have 3 beautiful kids now, and I really wish you could meet them. I just don't understand how a mom could give away their baby. Why wasn't I good enough for you to keep? In my head, I'm thinking of all the reasons why maybe she couldn't or wouldn't keep me. Maybe she was too young, or maybe I was conceived out of rape. Maybe she was on drugs or didn't have anywhere to live. But I don't understand why she didn't keep me, because she had 2 other kids after I was born, and she kept them. I always think that maybe she just wanted a girl baby, or didn't want a girl baby. I heard you had other kids after me and that you kept them. I used to hear the foster parents and social workers talking about them. 2 boys. I have brothers that I don't even know. Why were they so much more special than I was and got to stay with you? I just can't understand it. Do you know that I had to go to 8 different foster homes and 2 group homes when I was growing up. Some of these foster parents were terrible, hurt me, and told lies about me. It's not a fun life. I often think about what type of lives my brothers had with their parents in their life. I had to change schools all the time, sometimes in the middle of the year. You know how hard that is for a kid? No one helped me with my homework. Nobody came to parent events, mother and daughter breakfasts, none of that stuff. I had to do it all by myself. And I always had to answer the question, where's your mom? Where's your dad? And say, I don't know. I don't even know who they are. At this point, I'm thinking my mom is maybe saying to herself, well, surely there was someone in your life that you were close to. And I would say, yeah. The only people in my life I ever had a relationship with were social workers for the state. And they changed all the time, too. They didn't really care about me that much. I never had a real mom or dad, and I never felt like I belonged to anyone. Do I have any family? Do they know about me? Do they care at all? I don't know anything about my family history, health problems. I don't even know my mom and dad's names. It's so hard going through life hiding this from people. I feel like I can't ever answer a question honestly because it always revolves around the family, and I don't even have one. At this point, I'm thinking, well, maybe she's thinking, I'm sure the foster homes weren't all bad. Some of them had to be good. To that, I would say to her, no, Mom, I never did. None of them loved me, and I hated every single one of them. It was a hard life. At this point, I hear her saying, well, I had a hard life too. I couldn't keep you. I tried to do what was best for you. The other kids I had later were to my husband, and I had help raising them. I'm sorry this happened to you, but I didn't have a choice. Well, I can't believe you didn't have any choice at all. Didn't you have another family member or friend or somebody that could help with me? Anything had to be better than growing up like I did. Just wish you could understand.